Hello everyone, this is Yoko. In this channel, I will be sharing information in English about the events happening in China that have not been widely covered in other countries. I have gathered information from multiple sources, and I would appreciate your comments on the content of the videos. If you enjoy the content, please subscribe to the channel and show your support. Today, I will be discussing a mass murder incident that occurred in Shandong Province, China. The Communist Party is trying to cover up this information with all its might. First, please take a look at the map. The scene of the incident was in the middle of Shandong Province. In China, when people mention the New Year, they often refer to the Lunar New Year. There is a tradition of setting off firecrackers during the Lunar New Year. By the way, I don't know if this is happening all over China, but it is prohibited in many places. It has been banned in Shanghai for a long time, but it is still being done in some places. At the time when the sound of firecrackers began, the perpetrator who used a gun started mass murder in a village. Information about what happened is circulating online. A woman living near the village received a message that her friend's family had been killed. Since they were schoolmates, it is assumed that they were childhood friends. However, it seems that all members of the family were killed. By the way, that family was involved in a business selling clothes. 7 people from 3 generations were living in the same place. So, this woman went to her friend's house. The village was blocked off by the police, and only those visiting relatives were allowed to enter the village. Since it is the New Year holiday in China, many people go home or visit relatives, but they may be turned away. This can lead to a bigger problem. The village is not completely blocked off, but entry from the outside is restricted. This led to the recognition that something big was happening. Currently, a lot of information about this incident is circulating online. The Communist Party government is trying to block information related to this incident. Even if an article is posted on the internet, it is immediately deleted, and in some areas, the internet is temporarily shut down. Therefore, the information currently circulating may not be completely accurate, but from the information I have seen, there are several types. It is said that there are multiple perpetrators, and the attack started at the time when the firecrackers celebrating the New Year began, killing 11 people with gunfire. In the morning, the villagers who learned of the incident reported it to the police, and the first to arrive were ambulances and doctors. The police arrived later. However, the perpetrators returned and started shooting again. As a result, 10 people died, and 3 are receiving treatment. However, the doctor who rushed to the scene was also killed, and 2 police officers were also killed. It is not clear whether these police officers were originally from the village or came from nearby, but many people were shot. At the time I saw the information, 21 people had died, and there were people undergoing treatment and injured. The police arrived around noon, the village was sealed off, and information was placed under control. There were temporarily published articles about this incident, but they were immediately deleted, and information about this incident can only be found on foreign websites such as Reddit. However, there are many channels on YouTube that cover this incident, but there is nothing more than the information I introduced. As for the perpetrator, various stories are circulating. First of all, there are rumors that there are at least 2 perpetrators, but there are also stories of 4 or 5. Many villagers witnessed the shooting, so it is not wrong to say that there are multiple perpetrators. However, who are the perpetrators? There is a theory that these perpetrators were originally SWAT team members. This is the most widely circulated story, but it raises many questions. Why did the original SWAT team members attack the village? Their motives are unknown. Another theory is that the perpetrators were ex-convicts who had served their sentences and been released. If this is true, they may have come to the village with their companions to take revenge on a villager who had committed some crime in the past. Therefore, there is a lot of information and rumors circulating about this incident, and it is difficult to determine what is true and what is not. We do not know who the perpetrators are, why they attacked the village, and what their motives are. And the Communist Party government's response to this incident is also unclear. I think it is important to be careful about the information we receive and to consider the source and background of the information. Previously, we touched on the idea of coordinated attacks while considering the possibility that villagers' past reports could have led to this assault. If the villagers had experienced some incident in the past, it might be possible to identify individuals at the scene of the incident as those who had previously been sent to prison. Furthermore, there are some articles from sources like Law and Society Media that suggest the assailants were either former or current teachers in the village, but the accuracy of this information is uncertain. There has been mention of firearms being used in the attack, initially thought to be homemade or based on previous reports, but recent information indicates they appear more like modified tools used in interior work. From here, it's possible to entertain the idea that there might have been past conflicts between the assailants and villagers. This could be a motivating factor for revenge or retaliation, driven by long-standing grievances or unilateral discord. However, it is unclear to me why multiple individuals would then target and attempt to kill many villagers. Speculation and misinformation about the assailants are widespread, and the deployment of many police officers suggests that a serious incident has occurred. However, the truth is unknown due to the suppression of information. The Chinese government is clearly making efforts to conceal this story. And if there are individuals who are feeling desperate enough to want to shoot at the police, there may be others feeling similarly aggrieved, planning similar actions in response to perceived injustices. There are deeper issues here, beyond just a local incident. Especially in regions further away from major cities where information can be more easily controlled, the chaos in China indicates problems much larger than what can be seen from the outside. Living in Japan, it's easy to overlook the severity of the situation in China, but the regional disparities and economic hardships in many rural areas of China are significant factors that should be considered. That concludes today's discussion. See you next time.